Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you guys are here.
Trap.
Welcome, welcome. Where'd you go, you rhythmic? Good morning, guys. Day trading, good morning. Dante Matthews, good morning. Miguel, good morning. Jaden, good morning, guys. JLV, good morning. Jamie, good morning. Richard, joining us early. Roberto, good morning. Aaron Corn, good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We just finished a pre-market show. And also, make sure you guys fill out the poll. It's nice to know what you guys think, what today might be. You guys think it's going to be a bull trend. I mean, when you look at the daily chart, whoo-wee. What a move. Did I not call this on stream? If you guys remember, on stream I said that the 20 EMA on the daily chart can act as support. So this is why I took that reversal trade here. If you guys remember, on stream I took this reversal with a double position because of such a strong reaction off the 20 EMA on the daily chart. And then from there, we never looked back. We never looked back from there. And the daily chart shows here, we just tapped off that 20 EMA, bounced right off of it, and now we look like we're about to explode into the heavens. Really. Like, it looks very bullish right now. Especially when you get a move like this where it just drops down and just pops right off the 20 EMA. The 20 EMA is curling upwards. This is looking like a mean uptrend right now. And now it's a breakout of the main channel here. I mean, this channel has been very strong for a long time. For a very long time. Ever since the beginning of last year, this channel has been in play. And we're starting the year breaking out of it. And let's see what happens. We had the 240 SMA still here. And now that's converging, right? The 20 EMA and the 240 SMA are converging. And so we can possibly get some sort of congestion here as well. It usually happens when these two converge. It just goes sideways and it's actually super frustrating. So I don't know. It could either, I think in my mind, just blast off or start to just congest here, chop around. But from the looks of it right now, it looks very strong bullish. Like, it looks like it's going to keep going, and it's going to be one of those trends that kind of go without us if we don't enter first entries. It's kind of like those, you know, where you're like, oh, I'm waiting for a second entry, but all you get are first entries, especially if you're bouncing off the 20 MA like this, off of first entry. Looks good. Looks good. It looks strong. So, you know, I'm in alignment, bold trend here with most of you guys. But tell me what you guys think. Today we did have news at 8:30. If you see these huge candles here, yeah, I don't know. They're just huge candles created by the news. The range of the candle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Well, definitely with this one candle, you could have passed 50K accounts, right? If you traded 10 contracts, you need 6 points. So if you know, it's a 50-50, and if you thought, you know, with this trap, maybe it might have trapped, you know, however you think. You could also thought maybe second entry long is going to go up. But, at the end, it basically becomes like 50-50 around news time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Way more than enough to pass 50K accounts with one trade. Amazing. But say you didn't want to trade the news, you want to just wait for a little price action. You could wait for the fourth push down, right off the 20 MA, higher low, second entry long. And this alone could have passed a 50K account as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, yep, 9 points. So that news was enough to pass 50K accounts in one candle alone. So yeah, I'm just giving the facts. Not giving any advice, but giving the facts. Look at this move. What are we to do with this move? I mean, the 10,000 tick chart. It's just riding off the 20 MA. 20 MA is just giving it so much support ever since that reversal. And notice the big reversal, pandas. On the larger time frames, it was a simple reversal pattern off the 20 MA. 5 minute as well. It was a trap trade. If you didn't realize it, it was a trap trade that reversed this entire market. It's a reversal pattern that we trade here often. Fail second entry short, coming off support, right? Trap, fail second entry short, failure, right? Fails to make even like a point and then reverses. That's a 5 minute chart. 10,000 tick chart, similar pattern. A, B, C. Reverses here and fails and then reverse forever. And just never look back. That's why you gotta pay attention to the higher time frames, especially when you come off support. When you have a reversal like this, it's just sometimes you could literally just held one contract and made probably more money you've ever made in your life in one day. But today's a new day. Let's see what today's price action gives us. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Aaron Korn, Tanner, Wayne, Bicknell, Zacharias. Good morning. Roberto, Dante. Do you think that gap from August 19th can be an upward driving factor? Or are we still a while out from that factoring in? The gap on August 19th. Dante is looking at the big picture. I believe it's this gap here on the daily chart. And can we be looking to fill it? Absolutely. We could be looking to fill this gap. There's no question about it. In fact, I'm glad you reminded me. I mean, it's like it's kind of the obvious place we want to go to. You know, we make a new high from here, right? First break of trend, looking for a new high, and the new high target could be filling that gap. I mean, the emini hates gaps. And that was a daily gap. And these are rare. These are pretty rare. See how this gap here fills in a couple days. But on the daily chart, when you have a gap like this, it can absolutely fill. I think that's a great target, actually. Especially if you're very bullish and you think this is going to be a breakout. All right, current market cycle uptrend. But how are you going to mark this channel? How are you going to draw this channel? The channels are too strong. It's annoying because you don't know where to start. Could look something like this. Could look something like this. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it real short term. I want those long-term channels in there as well. Darn. For me, it looks like it has two phases. One here, and then a break, and another push up here. That's what it feels like. Trying to capture this channel here. Okay. A spiking channel, that's what I'm seeing right now. And will we take a trade off the spiking channel? Spiking channels are a little bit scary because overall they are actually bearish patterns. Well, this kind of spiking channel, right? Spiking channel that goes up. This is actually a bearish pattern here. It's basically just a bear flag without the flag, or without the poles. It's just a flag portion. But we shall see. There was news at 8:30 already. There's also news tomorrow, I believe, at 8:30. Let me see. The news tomorrow, yeah, core PC. That's at 8:30 EST. It could be a big move. It could be a big move. Could easily be a big move. Market just opened. All right, pandas, we got a second entry long here in the spiking channel. A, B, C. Ooh, in an uptrend, good signal bar. A little too late on it. It scalps out. A little too late on it. I was trying to come with a small retracement, but didn't get it. And that scalps out. Our first second entry long scalps out. Beautiful signal bar. It's within the channel, the spiking channel, and off the 20 EMA. So I decided to take it, but obviously it was a little too late. Nice push up here. Very nice push up.
$10,000 tick trap.
Turbo just found out his mom is a virgin. Comes out of nowhere. First comment I've ever seen from this guy, and this is what he says. This guy is... must be Jesus. Jesus. Top of the channel here. Another push up. First entry. It's not one I'll take. It's not a setup, but it could easily move up here. But it's not a setup I take. Just found out my mom went to college. Your mom goes to college. I was not ready for it. It happened right at market open. I was kind of like hesitant to take a trade off there, but after I saw the signal bar like this, I was like, all right, I'll try it, because especially because we're contained within the spiking channel and the 20 EMA here. It's the first entry here, and this might be one of those trends that only first entries are allowed. You're not going to see a second entry for a very long time. And it's going to be all first entries making scalps. It can be a trend like that. And that's the difficult part. It's like sometimes when you miss things like this, you're like, well, how would you have known? You know, this is in a situation, it might be similar where you could just keep going up forever. So I'm reloading my historical right now. JLV says, I am up 740 day 7 account at 52,706. Biggest comeback for me.
10,000 tick
what
trap.
were you down to? JLV. I mean, I know you're close. You're very close. Second entry long, potentially here. Or we can finally break this spiking channel. The channel can reverse here. Like I mentioned, this is a bearish pattern. If you're a swing trader, it's a bearish pattern. For us, we're going to keep scalping within this channel if we're contained within it. We got a second entry long again. Strong push beneath this channel now. If we close above it, okay. It's hard to take a long trade off a signal bar that looks this terrible and this large. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, more than 4-point risk here. A little bit more. One thing is, we did bounce off the previous day's high off that news, and we bounced right off of it and made the spiking channel. Good morning, guys. Jaden Saints, JLV, Cody M, good morning, guys. Geo, good morning. Welcome, welcome, Iron Cruise, good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. JLV says 3 more days, hit the 52,600 goal to withdraw. I'm smiling. Hey, I'm happy for you. You're in a great position. My question to you is, are you going to trade small until you can withdraw? Or are you going to just trade as is, as business as usual? We do got a second entry long here, but now we're breaking beneath the 20 MA. And it's hard to take a trade off this signal bar. So I'm skipping it. But it is a second entry long. It's the first break of this trend as well. It does scalp out though. It's another second entry long here. It's a harder one to take for me because we broke beneath the trend, broke. There's a little moving average gap here as well, and so I'm holding off on that, especially with a signal bar that looks like this. With this entry bar, you could have maybe convinced yourself to enter there, but
10,000
I'd rather enter in the higher low setup if it forms here. That'll probably be a better setup for me. It's just, you know, hard for me to take a trade beneath the 20 MA like that. Even though it does work out. It's a second entry long. Another one. First breaker trend. Yeah, some people, when they see an entry bar like this, will take a retracement back to where you would have entered if you on this candle. That's typically how I would treat strong entry bars, where I would want to enter with a retracement at the original level, especially if it closes a little bit above it. Okay, higher low setup forming here. This could be a big reversal as well, which is super annoying. We do got higher low. The signal bar does not look great right now. Very ugly signal bar, but we have a higher low setting up here. We could also be looking for a new low from this low here. So even if the higher low does create, that creates a second entry short setup, but above the 20 MA. Am I feeling bullish? Am I feeling bullish still? Looking for a new high. With a decent signal bar, I'll be very tempted. The risk is not too large here. If I were to take it on this signal bar, I'll have to take a small retracement, I think. Yeah, definitely can't take on a signal bar that looks like this. We're getting a higher low, but now, yeah, that's a little tricky. It looks like it wants to make a new low from this move down. It looks like it wants to make a new low from this move down. So it's going to be hard for me to go long here. At the same time, we have first break of trend, maybe making a new high. You first kind of want this to resolve itself, right? This kind of move down. You want to finish its full cycle, which at the end is just a two-legged move. It is a higher low, second entry long here. Darn. I'm a little bit confused. Short term looks like it wants to make a new low here, but also here it wants to make a new high. Terrible signal bar. It is a higher low, second entry long. That's what happens when you think too much. You end up hurting yourself. End up hurting yourself. All right, I'm just gonna sit on my pause here.
10,000 tick
It's a
trap.
bit confusing. I mean, it looks like an obvious uptrend, but with this move down and this second leg looking like this, I'm thinking it's going to retest this bottom here. Possibly just making a triangle at this point. Who knows? So this candle finish. Okay. I mean, almost scalps out for you already. All right, scalps out for you. Higher low, second entry long, terrible signal bar again. It's just tough to say, because when you see a move down like this and then some follow through like this, you're thinking they might want to make a new low here before trying to make this new high. But ultimately, kind of confusing for me. It looks anything like a trading range at the moment. And the trading ranges typically are points of consolidation to continue this uptrend. So let's see if we continue this uptrend. Pandas! Hope you guys are doing well. Ooh, got a trap trade. Ooh, outside bar reversal. Ooh, outside bar reversal breakout. I was reading some comments and I kind of missed this, but outside bar reversal. Ooh, I hate outside bar reversals. But you can come with a retracement here if you like this follow through or if you like this entry bar. Trap trade outside bar reversal, and this is why I hate taking outside bar reversals. It makes that new high now. Possibly looking for a small retracement back down. Wow. Okay. Trading range. Trading range indicator already giving us a trading range here, but manually I'll probably include these pivot lows here. If I had to draw it manually. Something like that. Hard for me to take this long, hard for me to take this long, but they both work out. Doesn't mean they're good trades though. You got the right idea though. Break a trend to new high, and now this cycle's done. You know, this spiking channel, everything is done in it. So we can possibly reverse here. The higher time frames, gotta be careful of the 20 MA. Right. The higher time frame, 20 MA, could give us some support. Also, this channel. That's a 10,000 tick chart. By the way, if you want to know what time frame I'm looking at, top right of your screen. A little capture there just for you guys. Getting choppy here. I'm not gonna bank on any reversal until we get a reversal set up. Fail second entry long is what we're looking for. Now it's getting really choppy looking. Ugly. 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 Jeez. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, turning into a limit order market now, which is not what you want to see if you want to enter with a stop order. It's not the type of market you want to see if you want to enter a stop order. Look at this, 2 legs down, pandas. We could get our failed second entry long here. A, B, C, A, trap. This is what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm getting so choppy, it's hard to say. Okay, now we're pushing down, coming out of that chop with a breakdown. We are right at the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick chart. Also, this trend line. We can possibly say overshoot, maybe leading to undershoot. That could be a reasonable thing to think. What do I say limit order market? It's good to know. The price action tells you if you're in a limit order market or not. And right now we're in a stop order market. But this was a limit order market, as in basically people are buying the lows here, right? Buying the low, right? You cannot create this price action with stop orders. It has to be with limit orders. People bought with limit orders here, bought it up. They sold with limit orders here, and you can see overlap is caused because of the limit orders. Limit orders. You have to buy down here in order to cause this kind of price action. So now we're getting a strong push down. No entry for me. So even though this is going down, I thought it was going to go down after the break a trend new high. I had no entry to enter in. Now this trap is so far away from the 20 MA, it's hard for me to take this trap. I wish it happened around here and I would have taken that short, but it's happening way down here now, so I will have to wait for a second entry short, if anything, if I'm going to look for a setup. It's just too far away from the 20 MA. We can maybe use this trend line to enter a trade, but the probability is less than coming back to a 20 MA, in my opinion. Couple bull bars ending near their highs, like one tick away from their highs. At this point, I'll probably still wait for a second entry short. Still too far away from 20 MA for me, about 1.5 away. I may enter a first entry if I see a nice signal bar off the 20 MA here. With a nice signal bar off the 20 MA, I may take a first entry here because it's also a trap. So I may take it. It's a little bit risky, but with a good signal bar, I would be very tempted to take it, to try at least. Okay, trap does trigger. No, I might as well wait for a second entry short because this is a terrible signal bar to take. And actually it's still far away from 20 MA. So I'll wait for that second entry short at this point. If we don't get it, we don't get it. It's just not a setup I like. It's close, but not close enough. You have to be so precise when it comes to scalping, and whatever setup you take, you want to be like, yes, I gotta just take it. Not like, I don't like it. You know, you have, when you take it, you have to take it in a way where you're just like, you're so certain. It does work out for you. Fail second entry. Absolute scalp. Setup, man, I mean, the signal bar, terrible. Doesn't quite get to the 20 MA. And, yeah, the 10K chart, we're actually riding along. You know, we had a good signal. We're actually on the 10K chart to actually push up higher, providing some hesitancy from me to want to enter. It does work out for you. Now I might make a new low here. Fortunately, I'm not partaking in this, but it is what it is. You know, you gotta take the setups you like. You can't be forced into it. Ooh, another trap trade here, lower high. Now there's some support here, a double bottom. But most likely try to make a new low here. But this is now really far away from 20 minutes. A lower high setup though. If you're eager to go short, I understand if you want to go short here, but again, I'm skipping it because it's just not following the rules. Always get in trouble if I don't follow the rules here. Let's just say I'd rather lose a trade following my rules than winning a trade not following my rules. I don't know. They're pretty close. The feelings are pretty close. Losing a trade following your rules versus winning a trade not following your rules. I mean, second entry short does work out again. Like I mentioned, I understand if you're eager to go short here, why you would take this second entry short. But for me, it just doesn't follow the rules. It's just too far from 20 May, outside bar reversal, and yeah. That's my favorite setup. It is a Pikachu setup. Yeah. The 5-minute chart may want to fill the gap here. There's a gap here on the 5-minute chart, and it looks like we might want to fill it. Maybe even break this pivot low. It looks like it wants to touch a 20 MA. I mean, what a move down. What a move down. Retesting the previous day's high. No setups for me whatsoever. I would have to consider this one leg. It's another trap. Can't take it. If you're very strong bearish, then yes, I understand. But you know, it's hard for me to take this trade because we're basically out of support now, and also we are not close to any resistance. 20 EMA is starting to converge with the 240 SMA, and we can bounce back up here and bounce around a little bit. Yusuf asks, first day, master account 50K. Your advice, should I enter with 2 contracts and 4 ticks as target? 2 contracts. I've mentioned this many times in terms of cash management, but 50K account, you're trading thresholds 2,500, and if you can get away with trading 1 contract with that, then kudos to you. But typically, it's very difficult to trade 1 emini contract. If you're trading 2 micros, that makes sense. But for me, even trading 1 contract with a 50K account is quite a lot with the margins given. So take that with a grain of salt. Take that as however you want. The typical amount of money you should have, the safe amount of money. The reason why many of you guys who've been following me, probably hear me say this often, but I say it because we get new viewers all the time, and it's a good reminder. But good morning, Bernadette, Alex. Good morning. First entry off the 20 MA here. But a good margin to have. For every emini, you should have $10,000 of margin. That is that's like the safe estimate. And the reason why I say that is because you should not risk more than 2% on any trade on your account balance. And so 2% of $10,000 is around $200. And so that means, with every emini, you can risk about 4 points on 1 contract, and that'll be $200. So that's how we derive the number 10,000. And so, yeah. But if you want to be more risky, I would say 5,000 is a good margin to have. 5,000 for every emini. And that's kind of why the 50K account, that's why they give you 10 contracts to trade, because they're using a calculation of $5,000 per emini. I mean, I gotta break a trend to new low, and it's such a strong move down. Like, I may even just widen this, right? As this a break a trend now, maybe looking for a new low. Then this would be yeah, that works too. I mean, the second entry short already triggers the outside bar reversal. Again, the setup's not looking pretty here. Like, I don't like it. Coming right on support, converging 20 EMA and 240 SMA here. Outside bar reversal does trigger that second entry short. Pikachu trade again. It's a similar setup to here, right? You got to push down, and then you got near the lows. You got this Pikachu trade. Pikachu trade near the lows again. But now we're at a bunch of support, which is a previous day's high, also 240. And it scalps out for you again. It's just like, this is not setups I like. The signal bar is terrible. I cannot take it. I just cannot take it. But kudos for those who are taking these trades. I just cannot take them. I've been in this situation so many times where it has reversed and has not worked out for me. So even though it's working out for you now, then you might be upset. Panda, why aren't you taking these trades? Why aren't you taking all these second entry shorts that are working? Well, I have scars from all of those type of trades. Just because it works now doesn't mean it's a good setup. I mean, I want a good setup. I want the setup I like, and I don't want to be second guessing any trades I take today. Some people are saying there's news at 10. I don't have any high impact news at 10 o'clock, but who knows? Doesn't mean that it can't impact the market. All those are predictions. So, high impact news tomorrow, at least predicted high impact news, 8:30 a.m. core PC numbers, which are usually pretty big news. Magenta color means it's a trap. It means it's a failed second entry. trap trades are very good. See, trap trade here, trap trade here. Trap trades are usually pretty good. Trap trade here works out. Trap trade here works out. This trap fails. This trap also fails, so it's not guaranteed. But you have a trap here. This trap fails and reverses. Usually if you take traps with direction of trend, it works out well for you, right? Trap direction with trend, right? That's a Pikachu trade. Trap direction with trend, good. Trap direction with trend, good. Oh, those Pikachu trades are nice. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. We touched the 20 EMA in the 5 minute. We still have a gap though. Missed filling the gap by about 2.5 points. Huh. Second entry long forming on the 10,000 tick chart, but beneath the 20 EMA. You can consider this the first break of trend looking for a new high. This might be the pullback it wants before continuing this strong uptrend. Right, we've been an uptrend for so long. This could be a pullback for it, and we may get an uptrend resumption here. Who knows though? We can still be in a downtrend. I'm waiting. I mean, if I'm going to go long, I need a solid evidence that we're gonna, we're reversing here. Are these good setups? This one here and this one here. Notice how this is not at the 20 MA. And notice where it breaks below. It'll be an outside bar reversal and also breaking right at the bottoms here. So this is a breakout trade here as well. Not enough room to the bottom. So to me, I was hesitant. If there's not enough room to the bottom, then, I mean, even if there's enough room, it makes a new low by 1 tick, it can reverse. So I'll just sit on my pause. The 20 EMA and the 240 SMA have converged. I guess there was news at 10, and it seems like it did move the market a little bit here, because this does look like, some volatility, these two bars. Strong push down. May want to fill that gap on the 5 minute chart, may trigger the trap on the 10,000 tick chart. You see this magenta on the trap? Could be a strong trap here. Second entry short, now it's getting choppy. Clear target though, which is the close, filling the gap on the 5 minute. It's giving me a premise to go short, but I would take this with conjunction of a trap triggering with a 10,000 tick chart, and probably only with that. 10,000 tick. Potential trap trade here on 10,000 tick. Second entry short does trigger, or does form here, but look how choppy we're getting. 20 EMA and 240 SMA are converging, so we can get choppy around this area. Sitting on my pause here.
$10,000 tick trap.
Trap on the 10,000 tick chart. About to trigger. Trap on 10,000 tick. Doesn't quite trigger yet. It pushes back up pretty strong actually. Gets very close to triggering. If we get a lower high setup, maybe. If it coincides with the 10,000 tick chart, then I may take a lower high here. Pops up here and then pushes down and breaks this low, which would trigger the trap on 10,000 tick. And I'll take it because I have a proper risk management with a 2,000 tick chart. And it's not a bad setup. It's not the best setup, but it's a reasonable setup, let's just say that. Again, as a 20 EMA and a 240 SMA converge, we end up chopping around this area. Inside bar created on the 10,000 tick. Confusing. Getting very choppy now. Okay, inside bar breaks it to the upside. It's interesting. 10,000 tick chart, inside bar, it breaks to the upside. Huh. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna let the price action speak to me here. Price action, what do you behold? Tell me your future. What are you trying to tell me? Just definitely choppy right now, going in and out of 20 MA. Sitting on my pause. It can be a trading range, and possibly if you want to, maybe trade the breakouts of these trading ranges. But you need a setup still, right? Miguel says, does your indicator work with alerts sound when the second entry appear? Yes. The alerts come, you can set how many points away you want for the alert to sound off before it triggers the second entry. So if there's a second entry about to form, then it will tell you before it forms, not when it forms. When it forms is already too late. You want to know before it forms, and so the alert basically tells you before it forms, it'll tell you when the second entry will be there. So, I mean, it's pretty useless if it tells you once it forms or once it triggers. You want it to know before it triggers. And so you can set to how many points you want before it triggers. So you can say like 2 points away before the second entry triggers. It will give you an alert. Right now, my alert is set to like... That's a nice thing about the second entry indicator. Or sorry, two-legged pullback indicator. Right now, the alert is 1 point away. Maybe I should make it like 2 points away on the 10,000 tick chart. Give you a little more time. And that's a nice thing about the indicators. That's something you cannot do without the indicator, right? Most people can count legs, but you can't count legs if you're not looking at the charts or if you're away and you want an alert. You know, especially if you're like going, you know, in a strong uptrend, you want to know when the next second entry will be. Then you kind of step away from the computer. Come back when you hear the alert. Dante asks, does anyone know how the taxes work? Apex? Yeah, it's a contractor. 1099 contractor. Yeah, it's not like capital gains or losses. You can't, you won't be able to record that. Trap may trigger on a 10,000 tick. And you can see this is maybe a failed breakout coming back into the trading range. And again, 20 EMA and a 240 SMA, as they converge, we are starting to chop around here. And that happens often. That's what I'm talking about in the daily chart. As the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA converge, look at this. Look at that. We bounced right off the 240 SMA. I didn't even realize that on the daily chart. Bounced right off of it. So now as these two moving averages converge, we may get chopped around here for a while. I didn't even realize the 240 SMA was touched. Trap does trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. Oh, 168 viewers, but 38 likes. Pandas. How do you live with yourselves? I mean, how do you look at yourself in the mirror and consider yourself a panda being? I was gonna say human being, but I'm not even human, so. Panda being. Not a human being, but a panda being. Alright, what's going on here? I'm going to mark this channel because I think it actually is viable here. Look at this channel slightly pointing upwards here right now. We got the lower high triggering here. Don't want to take a trap trade to the short side. If I get the setup, maybe I'll be very tempted. Fail second entry long. Pushing down to fill the gap. So I'm going to take the second entry long here, coming back into the trading range. I'm going to be dumb, and I'm actually going to take the trap here if it does trigger. I'm going to be a dumb little panda here and try it. Going short here. If you want to lose money, you can follow my trades. In this trade here, trap trade. Continue this downtrend here. Let's see what happens. The market cycle is starting to turn trading range. This is a risky trade for certain. 1, 2, 3, 4-point risk as well. Main point is the 5-minute chart. I feel like wants to fill the gap here. We still have plenty of room. Looks like it might stop me out here. Unfortunately, this trap trade. It's starting to turn to trading range. It might be best to even reverse this to come back up. Reverse this trade at this point. Darn. But I don't want to take. I rarely reverse my trades. So this stops me out. I started converted trading range, and I tried to bank on the breakdown of it. I just got enamored by this 5-minute target of trying to fill this gap, and I thought we would fill it, and I had a clear target beneath. Now we got second entry short. Man, but it's a terrible signal bar, and it's still choppy here. Darn, with retracement maybe. It's gonna go without me, yeah. Second entry short. Give me that small retracement here. Another attempt to go short here with the same target, same premise. And now it's just absolutely chopping me up. Darn. Bad trade. Going right into chop like this. Bad trade. I'm making mistakes. These are definitely mistakes. This is what happens to me often. I get like really like honed in on a target. And as we continue to make setups there, I continue to try many attempts to hit that target. And this is what chops me up. This is going to hit me again. Same pretty much setup. Like I was thinking, okay, like now it's a second entry short. It came with a retracement, little less risk here, but ultimately just chopped around. Oh, pandas, super frustrating. I should have known just by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, just to stay away from that. Darn. Gonna sit on my pause for a little bit. Down 750. It's bad. Bad news. I mean, when you're that close to a target, that close, like, and you're getting another entry beneath it. Notice the 5-minute how like these wicks, are forming and it's like closing above the 20 MA. It's like maybe strong bullishness at the end here, and it might just launch off here without filling that gap. It's just like when you have a gap, you're just like, I want to trade towards it, but here the immediate price action is way too choppy. Way too choppy. I thought we actually had a break of this and that we're gonna push down, but better trade obviously would have been just to keep trading this trading range, going back and forth in it by the trading range indicator. Darn pandas. Yeah, I mean, I made mistakes. I definitely was eager to enter that short here, and I was like, all right, I see a clear target beneath it, and that target made me really want to enter it, you know, to go short here. But if you look to the left of the chart, I mean, before I entered that trade, you had all of this chop here, so it's kind of like, you know, you can see there's a trading range. So it was a bad trade. Mistakes. I would say 2 mistakes here, and I admit it. I would say those are mistakes, especially the second attempt. Again, saying I probably just want to stop me out and then go the direction I want to go, and that was not the right time for that kind of trade for a re-entry. It's just so much chop here. Incredible. I mean, it looks like it's gonna go without filling that gap, which is unfortunate. Not unfortunate, but it's like unfortunate for me because I thought I was gonna fill the gap and I would enter trades to try to fill it, but it is what it is, pandas. Darn. I mean, now it looks like it's going up, and now the question is, are we gonna continue to trade this trading range, or are we going to now reverse up and look for a bull trend? Could be tough here, but down 750. Darn, that hurts. That does hurt. Overall green on the count still, but not by much. Just by 200. Took it on 2 dumb trades. Got way too choppy and definitely trading the bottom of this trading range forming. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I felt like the trap would have been enough to break it up, but the trap happened right at support, and bad idea. Just take it as this, pandas. I make the mistakes, you learn, right? I make the mistakes, you learn. I risk my own capital. You're safe on your side, comfy, watching this, watching me lose a bunch of money. Hey, that's why Apex is nice, right? Risk-free trading. Darn. Dumb trades. I mean, looking at it, man, it's just dumb trades. I think I was just eager. I was eager to enter a trade, and I was so keen on that target. Entered 2 times to try to get into it, but on the 5-minute chart, man, we're closing clearly above the 20 MA, and the 20 MA is still rising upwards. So we never had enough juice to really push down to fill that gap on the 5-minute chart. That's why those targets, filling the gap, can be your worst enemy sometimes, because sometimes sometimes I'm so like tunnel visioned on it, and that's a mistake I am aware of, and I have to be more aware of and take steps to prevent myself from entering those trades. So it is what it is, pandas. Where is he at? Is Michael Chin in here? Michael Chin. This is why I'm the best, Michael Chin. You got me. All right, you got me. That's right. I did. That time I did. I had my reasons, though. I had my reasons. If I were going to do it, I need to have reasons, and I had my reasons to do it. Now we're pushing up strongly here. The fact that couldn't fill and just kind of did this, chop around and trap, it makes me feel like we might have a strong push up now. But still need to wait for an entry. Second entry long is probably what I'm looking for, especially if it's off of some sort of support. Let's see if we get it. Pandas, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, and you probably are like, I'm too old to watch this kind of movie, but Puss in Boots, Last Wish. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I randomly on YouTube started to get these like random recommendations about Puss in Boots. And I was like, why am I getting these recommendations? And all the videos are about the main antagonist in the movie, and it's supposed to be death. And all the clips on YouTube talk about how amazing this antagonist is, how amazing this villain is. They did such a good job with this villain. DreamWorks and their villains, they take it to the next level. And so I said, okay, I'll give it a whirl. I'll try to watch the movie. And when I watched it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I think it's, and the thing is, the movie is like, I honestly don't think it's for kids, because if I was a kid and I watched it, I would actually be scared. No, it's all DreamWorks. It's not even Pixar is awesome. I actually think DreamWorks, man, they took it to the next level. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think you'd be disappointed if you watched it. And honestly, the villain is, they took it to the next level. They took it to the next level when it came to the villain. I was like, whoa, I got scared. If you look at the ratings are just incredible. And the thing is, it's like Puss in Boots. It's a spin-off of a Shrek character. And you're like, what? There's no way they're going to make a good movie out of this. And man, they proved me wrong big time. I mean, Pixar, slow clap to Pixar. It's amazing. I can't, I just watched it yesterday, so I'm a little hyped about it, but it all came from like random YouTube recommendations of this villain. I was like, all right, let's see it, let's watch it, and whew. The villain is not the hero of the movie, but the villain is the let's say it's a catalyst to the transformation of the main, like the main character needed the villain in a sense. I was like, give it a whirl if you have time. Watch it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It was pretty funny too. Like I think there's a lot of adult type, not adult humor, but humor that adults can appreciate. Where it's kind of little, not meta, but a little more, a little deeper than like a kid. Like if I was a kid, I don't know, I could enjoy the movie as a kid as well, but it would be for completely different reasons. Just because it's like animations and it's just like a cute cartoon character. That's probably why I'll enjoy as a kid. But when it comes to the themes and like the jokes and all these things, it hit different. I'm not gonna lie. Just if you want, just take a chance. If you have time, if you have the money, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think the movie is, especially if you go with like, I went with so little expectations, just ready to see this villain, and I was like, every time the villain came out, I'm like, ooh, yeah, they went hard. They went extra hard on the villain. The voice acting was amazing. It's just the animation actually is very amazing. It was kind of reminded me a lot about from if you guys watch Spider-Man, the Miles one. I forget what it's called, Spider-Verse, or another universe or something like that. Kind of reminded me of that level of animation, which is very good. I'm looking for a second entry long here, pandas. Let's see if we get it. Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. We could have a hidden second entry long here. Geo needs to go. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Yeah, the enemy here, this is the enemy. This is the enemy. Just as bad as this. Just as horrible as this. We're gonna try to take another trade here, pandas. The fact that we couldn't fill that gap and we pushed off so strongly off of it makes me feel like we may not fill it. And I don't know if I'm gonna get an entry here, pandas. This push might be too strong. Yep, no entry. The push is just too strong. I wanted a second entry. Didn't get it. Darn. Couldn't get any setup here. Darn, I wanted to participate in this uptrend, but no setups for me. All first entries, and these first entries fail, and this first entry works, so it's hard to know which first entry. I mean, obviously when you get closer to the support, it's a little higher probability. What a mistake. Bad trading, just bad trading. Like, no one to blame. I mean, again, I was married to that premise. So it always gets me. Still learning about that, huh? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but those targets. The scalps to the target. It'd been better maybe if we're beneath this support, but man, we were hitting all these supports here. Trading range indicator also telling me, hello, Panda. You made me. Why don't you listen to me? Oh. Am I still looking for a second entry long, though, is a question. Hey Panda, how's it going? My friend blew up 20 Apex evals with $50 left price target. He blew up in yesterday's chop. Any advice for him? He was $50 away from passing. 20 Apex evals. That's a lot. That's a lot even for me. Well, first off, say that sucks. Definitely sucks. Asking for a friend. Yeah, I would say that sucks. And that's never nice. Especially when you're that close. If if I had advice for him, I would say, I don't know. It really depends on his situation. But if I had actual advice for him, if as a friend, I'll just say, hey, I get it, man. That sucks. That really does suck. And he's probably fuming. Probably feels hopeless. Spike and channel perhaps here. Well, one thing is, if he's trading that much, hopefully he's in a place where he can open that many accounts. If he's not, then I would say definitely take a step back. Definitely take a break. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. And yeah, what can I say? But if he's in a financial situation where he can afford that much and it's okay, then live to fight another day. Live to fight another day. Oh, Wayne Bicknell was close to passing. Yesterday was a weird day. Tough. Just an incredible bounce off the 20 EMA on the daily chart. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Oftentimes what happens with these spiking channels, we get a retest at the bottom of the channel. John Lee. Panda, he needs 80% off. Can you message Daryl? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's good to have some left over. It's good to have a couple accounts just in the bank, just in case you blow them, or if you pass them, then you have a couple more to work with. Especially if you're waiting around for them to turn to PA accounts, like, what are you going to do? The temptation is to start trading all these past evals. It's better to just start new ones. And if you use the 80% off code, depending on which one he has, if he has the 50K accounts, if he blew 20 of them, I would recommend for him, if he has the 80% off, if he used 80% promo, then I would say definitely just wait for the next month and wait for them to reset. Wait for them to reset. With the renewals, you get a free reset, which is nice. I mean, Apex doesn't have to do that, but they're doing that, and that's really nice, I think. It's really, really good service on their part. Free renewal or free reset with the renewal on busted accounts for evals. So if you guys know, 80% off the 50K accounts, they are oh man, got such a nice setup. Taking the second entry long.
10,000 tick trap.
It's such a strong push down. It might look for a new low here. Second entry long, uptrend, higher low. It might get me here. Might look for a new low after this push down. But I'm going to try to participate in this uptrend, bottom of trading range, maybe get up here. And we're going to swing this a little bit here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. That trap on the 10,000 tick chart. How high can you go? How high can you go? I'm not gonna get excited until I get a pivot to work with. I need at least one pivot. Give me one pivot to work with, and I'll be a happy camper. I mean, this is nice too. I'll take all this.
Trap.
Trap on the 5-minute as well may trigger. I'm gonna manage this properly. I'm going to just come out. Either I hit my target. 10 points. Let's look for 10 points here. I have no pivot to work with yet. Give me a pivot to work with. I'll be a happy camper. Okay, still doesn't give me a pivot. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Gives me micro double bottom instead. I guess it's a good thing if I'm long. Push! 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 Oh, all right. I'll be happy with my 10 points.
5-minute trap.
Trap on the 5-minute about to trigger here as well. Very close to triggering. Hasn't triggered yet on the 5-minute. Alright, got a pivot to work with now. I'll work with this pivot if I can get it. Come on. Don't stop me out. Don't stop my runner out. Don't do it. Don't. No. 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 Why? Why? Yeah, you had so much promise, so much going for you. That's what trading's about. Dang. What can you do? I thought we were gonna get a nice little push up there, but it is what it is. I mean, I gotta wait at least for one pivot, right? I can't take it out before pivot. Darn. All good. It is what it is. See if a triangle starts to form here or not. No, the fire animation, I gotta at least have a pivot. The fire animation is usually when I'm struggling. It means I'm feeling the heat. It's a Super Saiyan. It's when we're good. All right. This means I'm feeling the heat. This is bad. This is good. This is when I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good. We are on a nice runner. Made up some bamboo. Made 200 back. or 100 back. Interesting. Oof, okay. Big push down. Double top, big push down. By the way, if you're wondering, if you try to put up like a bunch of emoticons, the pandas, if you're a member, you can put up as many emoticons as you want. You can do whatever you want, but for the yeah, just the regular viewers, you can't put up like a bunch of emoticons. Yeah, it was a trap on 10K chart. This was a trap I was talking about. That's why I took that trade on the 2K chart. Bounced off the 20 MA, the trap, and it triggered with a couple points. So that's why I took this 2000 tick chart long here. Because it's going to trigger the trap on the 10,000 tick. So that's why I took it. Most likely another push down here. And we may finally want to fill that gap on the 5-minute chart. After this push up and the failure to push up, we may get the fill here now. If we trade beneath the 20 MA especially. This time, I may take it again. I may take that trade again, pandas. Trying to get to fill that gap if we get close to it, but I'm going to be wary here. I'm going to make sure we're breaking these supports here. I'm going to wait this time. We're going to wait for these supports to break before taking that short trade. All right. I learned my lesson, pandas. I learned my lesson. We do have a trap trade here. Reasonable trap trade to take, but far away from 20 MA. Right, you're looking for another leg down after this push down. And you have yet to have a break of trend, in my opinion. I want to be like pretty much underneath the 20 MA though on the 5-minute before taking any trades. Right, we actually have a close beneath the 20 MA, which has been a while since we had that. Finally get a close beneath it. Trap trade here. Yeah, I'm skipping this one. What to do here? Second entry long triggering on a 10,000 tick. It may trigger a trap though to the other side. Right, when you're beneath the 20 MA like this and it triggers like that, you typically look for the trap trade to push down further, maybe making a new low. 5-minute chart, we're still balancing on that 20 EMA here. It's getting kind of confusing. I'm just gonna sit on my pause here for a little bit. What to do? I kind of want a short trade, but I don't know my setup yet. I mean, this is a hidden second entry short. A, B, C. Right. You actually have to wait for the candles to finish and break the previous candle's low, but you can see with the movement, it went up, and with this red candle, it went down. Green candle went up. Red candle went, well, not down yet, but we break the previous candle's low. Basically, it'll be a hidden second entry short coming off the 20 MA. I typically like to wait for actual technical, but I'll call those hidden or call them optical second entry shorts. Right, you can see the second entry short there. And like I mentioned on 10,000 tick chart, when you usually trigger a second entry long beneath the 20 MA like this, you typically wait for the trap on the other side. You don't want to go long here, but on bad setups like this, you usually look for the reversal. So this is what might be forming here, a trap on the 10,000 tick chart. And that's the best time to take the trap, when it's a bad setup, right? When it's a bad second, or when it's a bad second entry, then that's usually when you look for the trap. Right, opposite side of the 20 MA, or after it finishes the cycle. Maybe you might get a second entry short here, actually. The hidden second entry short actually does scalp you out. We have a second entry short here. It's in chop again. Do I take a short here? It's getting pretty choppy, but it's clearly beneath the 20 MA. The signal bar is looking weird. It's small though. The risk is not too large. Obviously, it's nicer if it's like a reversal candle, like you get like a wick above it with a red body. You know, that's kind of nicer to take, that kind of shape. But this right now is, you know, a wick or tail underneath it. Still a red body. The risk is not too large. And the context is suggesting that we make another push down here. And it does trigger the second entry short. Darn, lower high, second entry short. Triggers with a bad signal bar in chop. Clearly beneath the 20 MA, suggesting also downtrend. And it kind of makes sense to go short here, but let's sit on my pause. This is getting a little too congested for me. Now I care about congestion. After I get owned here, now I'm like, all right, maybe we should pay attention to these choppy areas. Maybe it's a good time to do it. I will take it on a failed trap here. I will take it on another attempt down. I would take a short trade. If this fails to go up and the 20 MA still acts as resistance, I'm going to take the opposite side here. It's a triangle forming at the moment. And a failed breakout of the triangle. I'm going to take on the reverse end. It's not the best looking signal bar. I don't want to go short here. It's choppy, but beneath the 20 MA. I'm thinking we need another push down here. It's a little bit too choppy. Thoughts and prayers. Send me your thoughts and prayers, pandas. If this does trigger. It's bullish, right? Imagine you're long here. Okay. Okay. I don't even mind that. I don't even mind that. If we get a good signal bar, I like a good signal bar, but that's a bad signal bar. The risk is not too large. Still a Pikachu trade here. But now we close above the 20 MA. And it's very choppy. In this trade.
5-minute trap.
This will be my last trade of the stream. Win or lose. Almost want to make a new low here.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap on 10,000 tick chart. It's so choppy. I could easily skunk this at any moment and be okay with that because of how choppy we are. Oh. Oh. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Got 3 points on that first scalp. Man, can I not get a runner today? Please. Please. Can I get a runner? One runner. Please. Come on. Come on, give me a runner. Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on, come on. Ah, runner, please don't die. So close. No. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, no. Stop. Stop. One tick. One tick. Please be a miracle. Oh. 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 Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. No way. No way. One tick. Whoa. For real? Whoa. Push down. Push. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's no support here. There's absolutely no support here. There's nothing to see here. You just want to go right through it. Whoa. Wait, 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 wait. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. 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 Let's go, baby. All right. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Give me a pivot. Give me a pivot. I'll turn Super Saiyan on for this. Ooh. Trap. 10,000 tick chart. Trap. 5-minute chart. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We're going to go back to that original target. Filling that gap on the 5-minute chart. Ooh. Let's go, baby. Come on. No, no, no. Oh. 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 One tick away. Oh. Come on. Oh. Jeez. Stop it. Stop it. Feel me. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Hey, pandas. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Let's go, baby. Oh, got that bamboo. Ah. Michael Chin, where you at? Michael Chin, hey. Michael Chin, where you at? Where you at? He's not here anymore. Interesting. Haters, where you at? Oh, you're not here anymore. Oh, how interesting. How convenient. How convenient. Just happened not to be here now after I make this amazing trade. Let's go, baby. Hey. Hey, I'm up 200. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Down 700, up to 200. Sticking to the plan, pandas. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. That's what happens. Let's go, baby. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? I had it all planned out. 10,000 tick, trap. That's why I entered that trade. 5-minute as well, trap. Filling that gap now, finally. I thought I was going to fill here, but ends up filling way over here. Whew. Feels good. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Alright, pandas. Hey, what a way to end the stream. What a way to end the stream. Now if I could take away stupid mistakes like this, and only enter trades like this, I think we're in a good place. Let's just remove these dumb trades. Let's try to get these out of our system. Let's try to get them out of our trading plan. Let's make it so it's you never trade these things again. Things like this. Only trade things like this. Only trade trades like this. Let's go, baby. You know, if you could just remove the bad trades, then I think a lot of us find success. But if we can just remove those bad trades, yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about. Let's go, baby. Could have got more profits if I wait for that one pivot. Use this pivot high. Could have got a little bit more from here, even. What a push down. Nice. Pandas. Hey, scalp that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I do have an announcement for next week. Next week, I may be changing things up a little bit. I'm going to be busy in the mornings, and so I may start streaming in the closing session. So, if you have other streamers you like to watch, Trades by Matt or whoever's out there, join their streams for that week, right? For next week. But come and hop on over to Buy My Money at the end of the trading session. I think I'm gonna start at 2:30 and trade to close. That seems reasonable for me. 2:30 to the close. I think that makes sense. So just be aware. Next week I'll be trading like that, probably on stream. So just know next week it will be a little bit different. Let's go, baby. Panda, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. I mean, definitely for this one, like once this trap failed, I felt like the other trap, right? Especially when you have this move like this, you're thinking wants a new low. And so when the trap triggers on the other side of this failed trap, I'm thinking, yeah, this could be a strong move down. And especially when he failed to make this new high, I think that's a big reason why I want to enter that trade. And I entered it. I took my 3-point scalp, and then I ran the rest. And I think, it was a good setup in my opinion. I think it was worth taking, obviously. But, if you stick to the plan, if you have a couple bad trades, it should work out for you. Yeah, it'll be the power hour. Instead of the opening hour, we'll be trading the power hour starting from next week. And that'll be only for a couple weeks, to be honest. And after that, we'll go back to the regular prime time. But you know what? Even though I'm busy, I still want to spend time with you guys. So this is why I want to give you guys a heads up. So just please be aware. All right, pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'll probably put a post up reminding everyone. And also, I'll put posts up right away if there's ever a Apex deal. Just know that I will put post up. And so, pandas, and also if you want more information about trading indicator or the two-legged pullback indicator, go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Remember, news tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So please be aware if you're in a trade. And it might be a big one. It might be one of those account-making trades. And so just please be aware. Know that's going to happen. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:30 for the mainstream. And hope to see you. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.